morning,
evening, afternoon
day
thing.
thing,
This is the Barrel Roll Newscast
newscasting
for December 16th.
2011. If in case you're watching this on the moon,
Yes,
on the
or
future,
in the future.
or tomorrow.
Well, it's still 2011 tomorrow.
Well, maybe they were a hermit.
Maybe.
I'm just saying.
Either way,
It's a possibility.
this is our lucky episode.
13 in
13.
13th, 5th.
Yeah, just it's the lucky episode.
The lucky episode. I'm
Lucky
okay with
episode.
that. It's not. I don't understand your theory of unluckiness though.
13's always been unlucky. It's just the way the number works. It's like Friday the 13th, and then they started taking like the 13th floor out of.
Yeah, my
buildings.
place doesn't have the 13th floor.
So yeah, you're one of those that has a superstitious floor.
No, I think it was just superstitious before they turned it into a condo.
Maybe.
I really could care flying four-letter word.
So, either who's,
Anyway.
as you can see,
It's
we have
Christmas.
changed locations, kind of.
Christmas.
Yes, it's Christmas. We are decorated. There's a tree. And
He's got a couple trees around here.
yeah, and thankfully you can't see most of the decorations because there's probably some copyright infringement all over that tree.
Meh.
So
That's the worst I could.
Disney could buy us.
I've got tangled in this thing, don't I?
You do.
I do.
There's a lot of Disney on that tree. Anywho.
You're fine.
Yeah, we're fine. Anywho, I guess. What are you playing, Tony?
I've been playing a lot of games.
Have you?
Playing a lot of games.
I haven't been playing that much. So.
I realized this, and that's understandable.
Yeah, but after today, boy howdy.
Oh boy.
Watch me go.
Barrel rolling. I've been playing those ambassador games from the Nintendo 3DS store.
Excellent. I have yet to really take a bite out of them.
If you haven't yet found them, you can go get them. If you're one of those special ambassadors.
Yes, if you're one of us.
You're just one of us.
One of us.
You can, I know you didn't take advantage of it, but if you can, use the download later feature.
Yeah, and then it just goes.
Yeah, you just queue all of them up and then you turn it off and then it just downloads it.
I was going to try that out this morning, except I had a test. And I didn't really want to start dicking around with my 3DS when I had like 20 minutes to download 10 games. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to keep hitting download, brush my teeth, keep hitting download, brushing my teeth. So, but that's an awesome feature.
It is. I think it's way better than the I guess view cart or whatever they do now.
So, well,
there's a lot of good games there.
There's a ton of good games.
I think there's only one of them that I probably won't play. One or two I probably won't play.
Yeah, and when they gave us
the NES ones.
The NES ones, I was kind of sitting there, okay, we got, you know.
There's three.
Yeah.
3 or 4 good ones. There's like Zelda, Zelda 2,
yep.
Yoshi, and Mario.
Mario. And those ones I have played and I have enjoyed, and all the rest of them I'm kind of like.
Tennis.
Thank you.
Golf.
Like, why tennis and golf? Like, there were so many good.
Or Wrecking Crew.
Yeah, what's
Wrecking Crew?
What was that?
Like, you guys couldn't figure out how to get Tetris.
Yeah. So,
I know EA owns it now, but
yeah, Nintendo, you gotta have some other games. I know you have other games. I used to play on one of those systems all the time. Even let me play.
Work out Duck Hunt.
I was just gonna say, let me play Duck Hunt by tapping my screen.
That's
find a way.
Anyways,
either way, we got.
What's the list? You got it in front of you.
I do have it in front of me.
Okay,
so we got Legend of Zelda Minish Cap. Totally awesome. So happy this is on there.
Yep. That's probably one of my favorite.
I've yet to actually play this one in its entirety, so I'm
really good.
super stoked that this is on here.
If you like the Game Boy Color ones, this is way better.
Well, I like Zelda DX, and I had Oracle of Seasons, and I'm hoping that Seasons and Time end up on the eShop at some point.
Oh man, I haven't played those in ever.
I know, so I'm kind of hoping they reappear because I love the handheld Zelda games. So I'm really excited about Minish Cap. Then we have Fire Emblem.
Oh man, I've been playing
the Sacred Stones.
Yeah, that's a good one to have.
So, it's hard to find a good
strategy game like this.
Well, and Fire Emblem game, just period these days.
Well, because they've stopped doing them.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. Unless they're gonna surprise us at E3, like there's a Fire Emblem on the Wii U,
which would be really cool with the tablet
and the touching and the analog.
Mario vs. Donkey Kong.
Also a classic.
It's a different game.
Well, it's a puzzle game.
It's a puzzle game. It's
It's a
like
puzzle.
Lemmings, but with little freaky Marios. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror.
I was playing that
You were
earlier,
playing
and,
that
I
earlier.
and I really like that.
WarioWare Incorporated Mega Micro Games.
We'll play that.
Yes. And I have this on my GameCube for multiplayer. So
Mm-hmm.
you know what? We could almost play this. Not that it's a bad game, but it would be really entertaining to watch us play this kind of dumb game for a bottom of the barrel.
But it's not bad though.
I know.
That's the problem with it. We'll figure something out.
We'll figure out a different segment
Top
for
of
good
the barrel.
games. Barrel roll. Maybe that's what we could use barrel rolling for.
It'll come back.
Metroid Fusion.
Good game.
Like that game.
I was playing a lot when you were.
When I was writing my final test. Yoshi's Island, Super Mario Advanced 3.
That's one of the ones I don't think I'll play much of, because...
Which one is this one?
That's the one with
He's a baby?
Mario. Yeah, and that's why I don't want to play it, because it's like... Fuck off.
Yeah, just give me Yoshi. Give me a Yoshi
You had
game.
Yoshi.
Yeah,
You
but
had Yoshi.
I know, but just let the baby drift off, and I'll just keep running around as Yoshi. I'm good with that. It's like Yoshi's Story, but with a really annoying baby. Wario Land 4.
That's the one I don't think I'll play much of.
And I will give it a shot. I never actually... It's been a long time since I played a Wario game. And it's a very different mechanic, so...
And two racing games here.
And then, yeah, Mario Kart Super Circuit, which, unfortunately...
None of these have multiplayer, by the way.
Unless you can somehow rig a link cable to this thing.
Who uses cables anymore for multiplayer?
I don't think I even own my link cables anymore.
Well, we can try and rig it up.
Yeah. And so Mario Kart Super...
And F-Zero.
And F-Zero Racing.
Is the last one there.
Is the last one on there. And unfortunately, like, good racing games, but way better if we could actually, if they would have thrown in some kind of multiplayer support.
I think I tried firing up Mario Kart this morning on the way to school.
Yeah.
And I couldn't play it.
No, because
it's very old.
Yes. And taking a step back, especially even playing Mario Kart 7.
I've been doing a lot of Mario Kart 7, and a lot of what's in Mario Kart Super Circuit is already in Mario Kart 7, both in mechanics and courses. So it's hard going back.
Yes.
And I couldn't glide.
And yeah, all of a sudden...
Honestly, the gliding is the best part in Mario Kart 7.
So, a majority of good games.
Yeah.
The racing games I'm not totally stoked on, but I'm never...
I'll play them once and be like, yeah, that's totally how those games came up.
Yep.
That's where they came from.
Yep.
Do you think they'll do another F-Zero game now that they've released that? And another Fire Emblem game that they've done that? Oh, that'd be
I would hope so.
Oh, that would be so fun.
Because that would be wicked.
Oh, man. Imagine what F-Zero would be like, even on the 3DS.
On the 3D, it would be wicked.
Oh, it's just in 3D, it's like... it's the Wipeout for the Nintendo.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
No, it's a...
So, that's a good solo list. I've played a lot of those. I haven't booted up half of them yet, because I haven't had a chance.
Yeah, I can't wait to actually...
It just came out this morning.
Yeah, they were out. I woke up this morning, look at Twitter, and there's Tony already...
It was out at 3 in the morning.
Tweeting for us. It's like, guys, you can download all the games now. And I'm like, seriously, dude, where are you?
Don't worry, I fell asleep right after. What happened was I saw the thing. I saw the release for that. I was like, because I really was literally standing up and turning off the computer.
Oh yeah, and
it was
popped up.
Damn. Curse you, night sleep.
So, no, and it's a great list of games. So I can't wait to dive into half of those. So. Well, what else have you been playing other than those treasures?
Marvel 3. Regular, just only because the disc was in my system when I booted it up. I was too lazy to eject it, and I played
something. It's there.
I played Batman Imposters. Is that what it's called? Gotham City
Imposters.
Gotham City Imposters. It is the new first-person shooter, the team-based first-person shooter from Monolith Studios.
Yes.
Guys who brought Fear to the market. It is a Batman game, but barely. It doesn't really, I think it's really weird because you first start the game up and it doesn't even show Batman and Joker fighting. It shows, I think there's a half a second where you see Batman flying in the background. And then it's the sort of the vigilantes versus the Joker affiliates fighting each other. And when they fight each other, they don't actually beat each other up. They're shooting guns at each other.
Yeah, which is weird to me.
Yeah, it's very weird.
When they said Gotham City Imposters, and then all of a sudden it's a first-person shooter, and I'm like...
It doesn't make sense, because, like... the way they explain it in the tutorial video is, the guy's going, just as because Batman can afford all these fancy gadgets, he can do crime the right way. And by beating people up and knocking them unconscious. Since we're not rich like him, we
just use guns.
Yeah. So is our ethics. I'm like...
That makes no sense to me.
So, I played the game, played the tutorial, played like 4 or 5 multiplayer matches, because that's all it is. It's beta. It's in beta right now. Don't go looking to buy it. It's not hard to find a beta key.
No, because what game did we buy that the beta key came with it? I bought a game and the beta key came with it.
Batman.
I think Batman Arkham City.
No.
No?
No, there's no... I'll show you the place where if you really want to play it, I'll give you the code.
Because I got a beta key. I have one.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Came with something I bought.
No, okay.
Battlefield.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wait, why?
I have no idea.
I thought...
I have a beta key. It's sitting in my room.
Okay. Well, it's widely available.
Yep.
So, it's a 6-on-6.
Kind of small.
Yeah, 6-on-6 multiplayer first-person shooter. It's really not that special so far.
No.
I mean, it feels just like a team-based
shooter.
Just team-based, class-based shooter with leveling up and perks. Now, the only thing that I've noticed that sets it apart is that you use Batman-style gadgets. Now, that's like the grappling hook thing.
Yeah.
So you stand down the ground and you shoot it upwards and you can glide all the way up. There's trampolines and air vents so you can bounce up and then you can open up the cape and then glide around and then do a ground pound.
Okay,
so there's Batman-esque moments, just more shooting moments.
I don't think I'd be a fan of first-person Batman.
No, it's not that great. I'm sorry, it's not perfect. I mean, it's fun for like a night.
Yeah,
I think is the thing about it.
Well, because it's like a lot of people.
And the thing, it's narrated really funny too. Because if you're on the Joker side, it sounds like they got not Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill to do the Joker narration.
Oh, yeah.
But when you're on Batman's side, which they call Bats, by the way, it's not called Batman, which is another part of the comical adaptation towards it. It's not Kevin Conroy. And it's not Batman either. It's just some dude, but it's kind of really unbalanced that way. The game's really cartoony.
Yes, I knew it.
It's incredibly cartoony. Like all the tutorials, it's when it's showing you all how to use a certain weapon or how to unlock things like that. It's a fake Batman mask, and then the guy's like running around comically with his feet, the whole circles. It's really weird. I don't know what to think about it.
Well, it's in beta right now. So.
It's in beta, and I don't know when that's coming out.
I don't know what date.
But it seems relatively finished from what I played.
I think it's supposed to, early next year.
It's very finished. So go get it. It's
Try
fun.
it out.
If you like it, it's cool. I'm not saying I'm a fan of it.
And it's free.
Free if you can find it.
Right now. So.
I've got no interest towards it right now. Maybe I'll play it a little bit more, but you can get a towel for a cape. So that's funny. That's more funny than anything though. So.
But I think that's what they're aiming for with that game more than anything.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Funny and rude and violent.
Yes. Which to me, I don't know. Doesn't.
On those batarangs. The batarangs are kind of fun. Or they don't call them batarangs. You can't use batarangs. You use boomerangs, but they're pretty much batarangs. Then you can lock on to multiple targets. So that's kind of neat.
So it's like they were trying to make a Batman game without
Batman or
the Batman license almost.
Yeah, it seems like it's the farthest away from farthest Batman thing ever.
Any resemblance to Star Wars characters is purely coincidental. Anything else, good sir?
PC, no. I think there's a huge update for TF2 this week for Australian Christmas.
Oh.
And that's what they call it, Australian Christmas. They don't call it Christmas. That's their event. So I'll go home and download that. And we'll see what that's all about. And that's it. pretty tame week.
Yeah, I've been playing Battlefield if I've been playing anything.
Anything else?
I tried out Cave Story Plus for a bit. Good game.
Oh yeah,
Good
I've been
game.
playing a lot of those indie games, which you'll go over real quick.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after. But no, Cave Story Plus I've played.
That's
that was
ridiculously fun.
the only one from that bundle that I've yet to play, just because I haven't really had a ton of time. And Mario here and there, I've been playing 3D Land.
I hate that one. That goes the Shadow Mario.
Shadow Mario is a mean man.
How far are you in it, by the way?
World 7, I think.
Okay, so you've also encountered the giant Shadow Mario.
Yes.
The cheap.
Evil.
Can't jump over him.
Yes. Yeah, otherwise I haven't really been playing much, because when I have time I kind of hit up Battlefield 3 just because it's not quick, but it's a nice length for a multiplayer type match. And I can kind of be like, yeah, okay, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's what I've pretty much been doing, not much playing. They updated, it made me laugh, they updated Battlefield 3.
Yeah.
We got a multiplayer update, and
Huge,
it was 2 gigs, and they have still yet to fix the fact that I cannot leave multiplayer after a match.
You can't leave multiplayer once you've played it.
And
That's it.
But what kind of sucks about that is you can't leave a game mode.
Oh. So how do you leave the game? Do you have to quit the game?
You literally have to go back to your Xbox homepage, or while you're in the middle of a match, you have to quit. Which I hate doing.
That sounds backwards.
It's so broken. And of course they fixed it on the PC, but it takes time on the consoles to actually
That's
get
weird,
them
because
checked
the
out.
Elite platform was consoles this time around.
Yes. But they can get a patch out faster too.
Right.
There's no one standing in their way on a PC, whereas it's like they have to go to Microsoft and be like, hey, can you put this,
I wonder if the PlayStation was like them.
It's the same way. Everything has to get checked out. And
Sony's pretty fast though.
Sony's faster than Xbox. Sony's faster than Microsoft. So, because that's why Skyrim got their update before Xbox got.
Although the Skyrim one Xbox update was out first for 1.3, I think that's. Yeah.
No?
Yeah, it was.
Was it out? No, because I think Sony got it before. It just didn't fix anything.
Okay. That's right. That's the one that did that.
And then Xbox got it, which it probably didn't fix anything anyways either. So.
No, it fixed something, but it broke something else.
Yeah, that's how it always works. So.
Thanks, Bethesda.
And I downloaded the DLC for Bastion. I just haven't played it yet. So.
Mm-hmm. It's the Australian Christmas.
There you go.
Holiday. I wonder what they did. I missed last year's Australian Christmas. Because I was busy doing real things.
Real things. Other than that, if you count shopping as a video game, then I've been shopping.
Man.
And studying.
Did you win shopping?
No, I've game overed on that too, so I got an extra life and I have to use it tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. Otherwise, yeah, I haven't really been playing much, so. Stupid school. Getting in my way. Trying to give me a future. I'll show you.
I saw the funniest rage comic on Steam.
Oh yeah.
About Steam. The guy's trying to buy Portal 2. And it's like $49.99. The guy's like, oh man, that's fiscally irresponsible. Scroll down. Valve Pack. It's like all the games for $99. Buy. Fiscally responsible. Buy. Fiscally responsible.
Oh dear.
And I know that those packs always look so good too. They really do.
They always do, but yeah, it's.
So.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, I haven't been playing anything. Battlefield 2 or Battlefield 3, I have to say, again, the multiplayer just the fact that there's 4 classes, so it is kind of a class-based thing. They work so well, and honestly, if you kill a guy, like if you kill a sniper, and he's got a really nice perch, you can take his weapons.
Yeah.
Like you can switch over to all of his stuff.
I think you can do that in all the games, all the modern.
You can, but
first-person shooter games.
A lot of them don't really have classes. They have your little loadouts that you can switch up.
Mm-hmm.
These ones just kind of force you into a certain class. Like, so there's your sniper, your support, your recon. No, recon is sniper. Support, scout, and
probably medic.
Assault. And your assault guy's your medic guy.
Oh, okay.
Like, these are all around kind of thing.
Oh, that's handy.
So, my assault guy no longer has a medic kit because he now has a grenade launcher. I figure that's more important.
It is more.
But he has defibrillators, so he can revive people. So, no, and I don't know. I just find it fun for whatever reason, and I really don't ever find first-person shooters this fun for this long. Like, I usually kind of burn out on them after a while.
Sounds like Monolith should be learning a lesson from someone.
So, I don't know. Whatever these guys are doing, it's working for me.
I think it's balance. It's balance.
There's and it's really well balanced. Like,
that's the thing about them.
And the thing is every once in a while you can have the worst team ever, and that will kill the mood for me. But
or it's like 12-year-olds.
Or yes, you get a bunch of guys who you die and like you literally go into a place and they'll go in single file and just get taken out because this guy's sitting there like with a gun just shooting, and instead of spreading out they're like, we'll just keep marching like lemmings to our death, and you're just like, so I don't know. And Xbox got apps.
YouTube app, that's huge.
Yes.
That's a huge app.
My one complaint on that one is you have to set up your own playlists. So I went to watch something that's like 20-some episodes long.
Oh.
And I literally had to go like, okay, scene, like, you know, Act 1, Part 1, Act 1, Part 2, Act 1, Part 3, instead of it just loading the next one. Mm-hmm. So now I've gone onto my YouTube account and made my a playlist with all of their videos in it. And now I can watch it.
Oh, that's good.
So there is a way around it. It's just...
I'm surprised no one's making more of a deal about Dailymotion.
Yeah.
Because Dailymotion is like YouTube, but no rules.
I know.
So...
They'll get hit, don't you fret.
There's a lot of copyright products, like stuff on there. There's a lot of like adult stuff on there. There's a lot of just questionable material on Dailymotion, but it's like, here you go.
Yeah, they'll get hit at some point.
Maybe they'll use the Kinect to be like, we detect that there is a 5-year-old in the room. Sorry, can't play that video.
So yeah, that's
I hear a movie exec in the background. Can't play that video.
No, so we got YouTube and we got a Rogers Direct, which I was really excited about because I went to Rogers, like the Rogers Direct site, and checked that out. Mm-hmm. And you can sign up for free, and you can watch a lot of stuff on Rogers Direct on the website for free without signing up for any kind of Rogers package deal or whatever, which was nice.
What kind of content is that?
I forgot what was on there. There was a show that I was like, oh, I should totally watch that once I get this working on my Xbox. And then I tried to log in my Xbox, and they're like, no, you have to be a paid Rogers subscriber person to use this app. And I'm like,
what?
Deleted. And then there's a TMZ app, which...
baby, we're also going to be able to watch my Kim Kardashian.
Exactly. It's pretty much the Kardashian channel. So it's got like all the TMZ stuff that's on TV is on there. So, and we're getting a Disney channel at some point, so I'm kind of excited just to see what happens with that. If I have to pay for it, if I don't, because apparently I don't have to pay for some stuff, but I do for others, and it's very confusing.
Because they want your monies.
They do, but the app system itself is just very cool.
No, you know what? I'm more excited. I'm more intrigued about the whole connectivity with it.
It works for YouTube.
Yeah,
and every day now I have to, when I start Netflix, uninstall Netflix and reinstall it, and my Kinect works.
Every day?
Yeah, every time I watch Netflix now.
That's how you fixed it?
Yeah, you have to uninstall and reinstall it every single time.
That sounds like a pain in the butt.
Yep. If I want to use my Kinect. So if I really don't feel like using my Kinect, then I just use my controller.
Like a crazy person?
Yeah, like, this is so archaic. So, no, and I kind of count them as games because they're now the new downloadable content for Xbox. Is apps.
I wonder when Sony will pick up with that. I know the PlayStation Vita's got some huge apps on it too. Yeah. They've got Twitter, they've got Facebook, they might have Flickr.
Well, and see, the cool thing with the Xbox now, and I'll keep this short so we can get to the news, but cool thing now is, because I'm attached to Facebook on my Xbox, is I can share achievements, so I can bug the hell out of all my friends if I'm playing a game where I'm really good at getting achievements.
Yeah, I'm going to block all those.
Because I can just be like, bing, 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 bing. And also I can set up beacons.
Beacon? So,
if I'm playing Battlefield 3, I can actually set up a beacon that says, do you want to play Battlefield 3? I want my friends to be playing Battlefield 3, and that'll send to all my friends on Xbox.
Okay, that's useful.
And it'll actually, I can post it to Facebook.
That's useful.
So if someone who plays, and who is on my friends list, on Facebook goes, oh look, he wants to play Battlefield 3 on Xbox. Cool, I kind of want to play Battlefield. They can actually like go and log in and find me and be like, dude, Battlefield 3, and I'll be like, no, I was just kidding. I'm just messing with you. I really want to play Duke Nukem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm playing Uno with my camera.
With my Kinect.
Sexy.
Yep. I know it.
Sony's been able to do this Facebook stuff for a little bit, but there's no beacon stuff. We've always been able to do the trophy stuff, but I turn mine off because
it's annoying.
Yeah, it's
and Xbox doesn't force you or anything. Yeah. It's just you can go to your achievements after, and if you like got like the ultimate achievement, like got all the other achievements in the game, kind of thing, you can post it to Facebook and be like,
okay, so it's a little more customizable than.
Yeah, it's only if you want to post. Like, it's not like every time you get an achievement, it goes, "Do you want to post this to Facebook?" Because then I'd have to kill my machine. But no, you log in. Like I tested it out and I shared something from Shadows of the Damned, which I played a while ago, and it's like you beat the game, and that's what I posted.
Cool.
Went to Facebook, and I'm like, But yeah, so
Facebook.
Should we get into the news?
The news.
The news.
News.
I wonder if our Facebook page will change.
Okay.
Anywho, the news. Do you want to start us off?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
We'll start a little tame.
We'll start tame.
I like starting tame. The Skyward Sword glitch that we talked about last weekend.
Yes.
That pretty much raged on the internet. Don't play your game incorrectly. Nintendo has vowed to fix it.
Yes.
They are going to be doing, I think, one of the first of a couple, the first of a few handful online updates. They're patching the game.
Weird.
So.
Weird.
And I think there's like one or two other games that has happened where they've done that.
On a Nintendo system?
Yeah.
I can't say if I actually know or not.
I know they've done it once on the Wii. I just can't think of the game that they've done it on. But clearly it's a handful, like a select few games that we'll do this with.
Obviously, because they didn't do it for Metroid Other M.
Yeah. But that's the thing, like if you're one of those crazy people that doesn't have your Wii connected to the internet, you can still send in your SD card with a save, or if you don't have an SD card, I think you can even send in your console, which
that would be pricey for everybody.
Yeah. Somehow they will fix your game for you. So I guess they're going to spend the time. It'd be cheaper for them to do this rather than reprint the discs. So
yes, that's true.
And I'd imagine there's like some sort of a hook in there somewhere in the Wii's software which allows for updating.
Well, I mean, if it's Nintendo doing the updating, then
it's controlled.
That makes a huge difference. So.
And so yeah, just don't fret if you're one of those people that actually said, I'm going to totally prove this wrong, and then broke your game. It's not our fault. It's your fault.
Yep.
And now Nintendo is cleaning up your mess. Well, their mess. On your mess.
Everybody's mess.
Oh, everyone's messy.
They're just cleaning up
I'm
the
not
messes.
messy. I'm not messy.
Oh, sure you are.
Hey, I'm playing the Water Temple fine.
So.
That's coming. Hopefully, probably in the new year. Probably not now. They're probably busy making Wii U stuff.
Okay.
Alright.
Speaking of Zelda.
Passing on the torch.
Man, I wish this would come to America.
It'll come to America.
Everything comes here eventually.
It has a Club Nintendo reward.
Oh, I'd kill them. Saving my coins now. Nintendo has announced that in Japan, they are releasing a Zelda art book through their website. And there's like the one little picture here, and it looks so cool. And I love art books.
Is it leather covered too?
No, I think it's just faux leather look.
Lame. It could be like, oh man.
But it's $42.
That's a pricey art book.
It's not really a pricey art book.
I've seen art books that are like way cheaper than that.
Well, it's 274 pages.
Never mind.
Of Zelda.
Never mind. I guess they've got 25 years to cover.
Yeah, they've got a lot of art. It's got in-depth information on the game itself, including sections on the history of Hyrule, more insight in the game's origin story, that kind of stuff. So stuff that you normally wouldn't get just from regular interviews that they've done. December 21st in Japan. So
weird.
Hopefully
it'll never come over here.
They will work it over to
depends on
North
is there
America.
a lot of like text that are in need of translating?
It doesn't look like it.
But you said there's gonna be interviews and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's gonna be small story bits. But
yeah, it's gonna need to be localized.
I'm okay with that. Bring it over.
Or just like keep it in its translation.
Yeah, send it to me in Chinese or Japanese or whatever the hell it is. Send it to me.
Here's $50.
Yeah.
Take my money.
I'll scan it with Google whatever it is on my phone and it'll translate for me. All I need is the pretty pictures.
Or the pretty art book cover.
Yeah, and just
I've seen the art book cover. It looks neat.
Yeah. So there you go. More Zelda news. Crazy people.
I think that's it for Nintendo Wii news. Nintendo exclusive news.
I've got more. Well, no, we can talk about that one.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So as you know, the VGAs happened. Lots of games were announced.
Yeah.
One of which is the long sought after Metal Gear Solid Rising. Oh, Metal Gear Revengeance.
Yes, Metal Gear Rising.
Revengeance.
Rising
Revengeance.
Yeah.
It was almost never a game. It actually was cancelled at one point in time until Platinum Games, as you may have seen from the trailer, said, hey guys, let's save this game. I took the time to watch the 25-minute interview between the big name developers, and I learned a lot. There were a lot of challenges in the transformation from Konami to Platinum Games.
Oh yeah.
And originally they were using the Fox engine that Kojima keeps tweeting about.
Right.
But they figured out that it wouldn't work because Platinum Games has their own way of doing things, clearly. So
obviously, because the game is very different from when we saw it last.
That's fair. It's even some of the character models are different now, especially Raiden's. A lot of people are saying that the new Raiden looks worse than the one they showed off.
Yes, a lot of people are complaining.
And I can see where that's possible, just because the fact that Konami takes the time to make things look cool.
Yes, Konami really takes the time, but
and Platinum Games just like kind of pulls things out.
Yeah.
It was almost canceled. They were worrying about how this is going to work. I mean, at the time, Kojima literally stepped away from the project and said, "You guys do something with this. I'm going to go work on Peace Walker."
Yeah.
And
I'm going to go do something else, you guys.
And Peace Walker was done, so he goes back to the guys and, what do you guys got? The only thing that they didn't get done was, unfortunately, it was the major thing, the game design. They couldn't figure out what that was going to work out to be like. They couldn't figure out the whole cutting everything problem.
Right.
And I was thinking to myself, like, how... I could see how that could be a problem, because if you could cut everything, then what's stopping you from cutting away to the end? Right?
Right.
So I can see where they had the problem with there. Originally, the game was set between Metal Gear Solid 2 and 4.
Right.
For timeline purposes, which would have been great. It would have been fine. But because they made the transition to Platinum Games, they don't know the Metal Gear story like they do. So a lot of their problems were not even just lost in translation. They couldn't figure out how to get these characters to exist when they died somewhere in between the line, or this person doesn't exist yet until the end of this scene in Metal Gear Solid 4. So they just went, screw it. And
yeah.
As you can see now, it clearly takes place after 4.
Right.
So a lot of problems, and it seems like it's still getting a lot of problems in it. So.
And hopefully, with people complaining and stuff, they'll kind of
and that's fine.
Fix things.
It's really
slowly.
funny. It's funny because they worked on Rising for the longest time.
Yep.
And then they said, "Oh, we're gonna cancel it or something." Whatever they wanted to do, Kojima said, "You guys, don't stop working on it." They sent it out to the CEO guy from, I'm not even gonna pronounce your name, from Platinum Games, and said, "Can you work on this?"
Yeah. Fix this.
And they came back like 2 months later with an alpha build.
Right.
Which means in code, in game terms, it means it's done. In game terms, it's done. It doesn't have main story connection stuff. The voice work's not done. I don't know what else considers alpha. Just the bare bones of the game is in there.
Right.
As what it is like, which is the opposite of what the Kojima team was doing. They had everything else done, just have the
Yeah, we have all the things pretty and all that stuff. The code
we have a good story.
Yeah, the code just doesn't work yet. We're working on it.
I really thought that interview was really funny, just because it was like we really screwed up.
And now we're doing the best we can.
And then everyone else on the Platinum Games was like, "Oh man, this is a big game." So that was really that was a good interview. I recommend if you get the time to watch it. Now I watched it because I knew that there was like 5 minutes of actual gameplay in the video.
Oh yeah.
That's why I watched it, but I ended up seeing other things too.
Yeah.
So Vengeance, such a good name.
It's a good name.
I like it.
Could be an interesting game.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm back on board.
Gotta wait and see. So.
Back on board. What you got?
We've been talking about this.
We have.
And we tweeted about it.
A little bit.
Yep. But for those of you that don't follow our tweets, or don't know, Humble Bundle, or Humble Indie Bundle,
is a company name.
Now has the fourth one out. This is not a...
Did the introversion one count as one?
No.
Okay.
If it has a subtitle type name, it's not a official kind of...
Okay, because those are all made by Introversion.
Yeah.
Those games. Okay.
So, the Humble Indie Bundle 4 has a lot of good games. Tony pretty much texted me all excited the one day, like, dude.
And this is you can pay a penny and this is what you get.
Yeah. And so yeah, we kind of got on this really quick, but if you just pay a penny to $5.31, I don't know why you wouldn't spend the extra penny, but you get Jamestown.
Which is you haven't played it yet though.
No, I haven't played that one yet.
It's a bullet hell game.
Yep.
It's a good game.
Bit Trip Runner. I've seen gameplay. It's pretty intense.
It's so hard.
Yeah. Super Meat Boy.
It's a classic.
Which is a really cool indie game. And you've got Night Sky HD, which is a really weird look. It looks kind of like Limbo.
I haven't played that yet.
Type. I've looked at stuff. It looks pretty. It looks cool. Shank.
Shank is the big game.
Shank is a big one on there because that's regularly what, $15?
It's 15 on all the stores.
Yeah, on everything. All the stores. So
and Shank 2 just got announced too.
Oh well, see, there you go. So if you want to pay the average price, which is what we normally do, because then you get an extra couple games. So if you pay $5.32 or more,
right now,
also get gratuitous space battles.
I think that's like an RTS game.
I think so. And you also get Cave Story Plus, which is a game itself that is $10 on Steam.
Like, seriously, Super Meat Boy, I think it was $10.
It's $10.
Shank is 15.
Yeah, and
Jamestown is 10, and Cave Story is 10.
So you're getting a huge deal for $5.32. We are huge proponent type folk of the Humble Indie Bundles, or just the Humble Bundles, period. But the Humble Indie Bundle, this one is one of the best ones we've seen.
I was floored when I saw it.
And they announced today that if you pay for everything, you also get the soundtracks to all of them.
Ooh, yeah, nice.
So that's a big step up too. You now have music for...
The Shank music is the one that I want to get.
You get 7 games worth, like 7 music, or 7 CDs, pretty much.
I bet all the developers were like, holy crap, this is such a popular thing.
Yeah. Well, because they've sold 274,000...
Flipper's still going.
Almost 50 bundles themselves, and they've probably raised, I don't even know how much.
It says up on top.
There we go. Total payments, $1,464,000, or $1,460,000.
They've already made all that money back.
So, and yeah, the developers at this point, like I was not going to buy Super Meat Boy. For $10 I was not going to buy Super Meat Boy. I wasn't. And in this case, my money went to charity.
Yep.
And I got actually a really good game out of it, or a lot of good games out of it. But
I don't think I'll play with Super Meat Boy until I get like a proper controller, because it's a Twitch-based game.
It is quite twitchy. So, but no, so Humble Indie Bundle 4
Go grab it
at humblebundle.com. Go grab it. We've tweeted enough about it. Love it.
Go grab it.
You have 10 days No, 11 days left.
Depending on when you watch this.
Yes, if you watch... Well, okay, so when you watch this when it's on Saturday...
You've got about 9 days.
You've got, well, no, about 10 days, because we're at 10 days and 23 hours right
Okay.
now, at the time of filming.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Not rebroadcast.
This is not live, in case you were wondering. Yeah, so that's that. Really good games.
Live cast.
Really cheap. We could do a live cast.
Yeah, no, we just on TV.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good. That's possible. Anyways.
Anywho's, you got more?
Yes, if you don't pay attention to our Twitter, I tweeted out last night, Star Wars Galaxies has ended.
Yes.
Officially now.
It's done.
8 years.
You know...
8 years of Star Wars Galaxies.
It's a pretty good run for a game that not many people played.
For a game that broke within the first year. I'm surprised it lasted this long. And that people still paid for it.
I still remember getting a trial for that game.
My friend said this is about last year I was talking to her, and she plays a little bit of MMOs and games like that. And I was like, so, blah, blah, Star Wars Old Republic. And then she goes, yeah, I still play Star Wars Galaxies. I was like, really?
What?
Really? I can't make fun of it with you around. Because she played it, because that was the only game she'd played.
Okay.
It was the only MMO game she played, and which, she's probably super excited for Old Republic too.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of people still playing.
There was a lot of people.
Like, there was a Giant Bomb cast, the Giant Bomb stream, I think GameSpot did one as well. They did a live cast of the MMO dying.
They announced it a while ago that if you were a member, like a paying member up into last month, you got this last month for free, and no one else could get in after that kind of spot. So I think everybody...
I think that's a different MMO. Because I know... No, it was 3 months ago they stopped canned signups.
Was that for Star Wars?
Yeah.
Okay. Because, I knew they announced it, and that they were kind of like, okay, you can sign up now. Mm-hmm. Like, this is your last kind of chance to sign up. Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, and then...
I think that's probably what it was.
And then you couldn't sign back up. So they pretty much tried to get their user base... Yeah, to inflate a bit for the very end.
Oh, I love watching MMOs die.
And
they're so fun. The developers just kind of... Not even just the developers, the QA guys were like, guys want to see the broken parts of the game.
Yeah, essentially, because you get to see all that fun stuff. And I remember...
But it's so weird. Where were you 8 years ago? Seriously, like...
What year was it? 2002?
Yeah, like I was in high school or something.
I was...
Well, we were in the same area.
Yeah.
I'm
trying to think.
I'm going to say high school because I graduated in 04.
I graduated in 05, so I was either in grade 9 or grade 10.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere around there.
And it doesn't... Man, 8 years for an MMO that died within its first...
Well, like I said, because my friend and I, when before World of Warcraft came out, we did a bunch of MMO hopping. Mm-hmm. We just... Did
you ever play it? Just Galaxies?
Yeah. So we did free trials, like every time, everywhere we could get free trials, it was like, dude, new MMO, let's jump. And it's like, okay. So we played like Ragnarok for a while. We played this weird, I don't even remember what it was called, but we could be orcs. I remember that much. And so we made all of our guys Warcraft names, and we ran around and yelled for the Horde for I don't know how long, until our subscription ran out, and then it's like, okay, next one. And we hopped onto Star Wars Galaxy, just the two of us at one point, because we had a little group of us that were kind of hopping along together, and only two of us wanted to try Galaxies. And we literally made... Our race was Wookiee, and our class was Dancer. And that's what we could... That's all you could do. You really did not fight. Like, our entire thing was supposed to be an economy-based, like, we walked into a town and danced.
See, that sounds cool.
Concept-wise, cool. Gameplay-wise, really boring.
Unless, you had, danced yourself. When that's
unless it's a rhythm game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
But that game has gone through so many revisions.
And it keeps changing, because all of a sudden they're like, now you can fly in space. What?
Or, not everyone is force sensitive. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Now you're force sensitive.
Well, because people were complaining, because you start a character, and you could not... Jedi was not a class.
Exactly.
You had to level up.
Jedi still isn't a class, I don't think.
You had to, no, I don't think so. You had to level up, get to a certain point, and then...
And there's an epic long quest line that you have to do.
But not everybody could do it.
Yeah.
Because you had to be force sensitive.
Yeah.
So you had to get to like this stupid level in the game,
Mm-hmm.
and then find out that you were not force sensitive.
Yeah.
And people were like, "What the heck?"
I remember reading all those, and I was like,
"What do you mean you can't be a Jedi in a Star Wars game? This makes zero sense to me." And
"Well, I
they're
guess
like,
I'm a bounty hunter now."
"Well," and they're like, "Well, we didn't want a bunch of Jedis running around," and it's like, nobody plays Star Wars not to be a Jedi.
Everyone wants the lightsaber.
Except me.
You're a Wookiee dancer.
Because, well, no, but honestly, like, looking at the Old Republic game, I would much rather be, like, the roguish, gun-wielding type guy. Because I was always a Han Solo fan more than any of the Jedis in the movies, other than Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn, because Liam Neeson was so badass.
BA.
But yeah, when I watched the original 3 movies, Han Solo was my hero.
Yeah.
Like, I could have cared less about Luke Skywalker. Han Solo was the man.
Han Solo is everyone's man. Come on.
So in the game, when they're like, we have like this rogue class, which is essentially your Han Solo class, I'm like, dude, I'm there, because everybody else is going Jedi. I know it. So.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it is.
Star Wars Galaxy, good lifespan for
8 years. That's a takeaway.
Yeah. For a game that really, and it was really broken. Like, we played it and the servers crashed constantly.
Like, we make fun of Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
But this is along those lines.
That's because everybody just gave up on Star Wars, making fun of Star Wars. It's like making fun of the Matrix Online. It's already shot itself.
I watched that one too.
It already shot itself.
There's a weird thing in Matrix Online where, like, during specific quests, randomly it would change people to actual characters from the story. For the quest purposes, like randomly you're Morpheus, or randomly you're Angel.
I remember watching a video and they were talking about making that game, and once again I was already following World of Warcraft news, and they're like, we're gonna make a game where people just log in and pay monthly to just come hang out in the nightclubs. It's gonna be that cool. And I'm like, no, there is never gonna be anybody who is going to pay for a game just to go into a small hub.
You'll be surprised.
And slash dance.
You'll be surprised. And
then, of course, Second Life appears, and people pay to go to nightclubs on the moon.
That's free, though.
No. There's a guy who has worked his way up in the Second Life world, because you can charge money for products, right? He keeps buying nightclubs. Virtual nightclubs. He made enough money in that game to buy property on the moon in that game. He now has a nightclub on the moon, and he doesn't work. This is what the guy does. He runs a nightclub on the moon in a virtual game.
That's so cool. I want to go to it now.
So I just sit there going, oh man, the world is ending.
No, this is the beginning.
As Tony tries logging in.
This is the beginning. I want to go to moon base.
Must find Second Life.
Oh.
Oh yeah, they had vampires.
They better sparkle.
So yeah, Star Wars Galaxy, good end, and yeah, you had fun watching that.
It was good. They did a lot of fun things.
And it sucks with a lot of bigger MMOs.
Do you think what would happen?
World of Warcraft,
billion years down the line, what will World of Warcraft do?
They had the funnest stuff, because I remember beta, and they literally, because there weren't a lot of us like there are now, and they literally. Not only did they start dropping like huge mobs into all the major cities, but they had like the DMs and everybody actually controlling a bunch of boss characters. So not only did you get like massively strong guys coming in, they didn't have AI behind them, they had real people behind them.
They didn't have a meter to fill up before, like, okay, I can attack him again.
Yeah,
no, let's just go.
There's like a guy behind them with DM powers, so it's like, oh man, my guy's dying, guess what? Oh no, my health is back. And everyone's like, these events are so much fun. And they're like, we totally plan on doing this once the game actually comes out. Every once in a while, like, Infernals will attack. Stormwind. And everyone's like, this is so cool. It'll be so wicked.
Yeah.
Except then the game blew up and got huge. And they're like, we cannot hire enough DMs to actually have that kind of event.
Yeah, I don't think you would find a shortage at this point. Of people either willing to do it for free or...
And yeah, that's the problem.
Like,
but the problem with
sign up and do it.
Yeah, the problem is if you did it for free, you'd have to go through a really long process of like hiring volunteers.
Yeah, but
so.
Well, just as long as you screen them.
And that's what I mean. There'd have to be a big screening process. So.
Like, we know you don't want to rape little boys or something like that.
Yeah.
Or all you do is rape little boys or something. I don't know.
And yeah, giving them DM powers is kind of like
Don't give me DM powers. Hey guys.
That's what I mean. So it was a really cool and I could see them
dragon.
doing something like that again.
I'm a dragon.
I could essentially see them doing that once the game is done in another, I don't know how long.
And it'll never end. Honestly, we keep saying they keep saying that their numbers are dwindling, but it'll never dwindle.
Their numbers dwindle, but they're still at like 10 million people.
That's the problem. Like, it'll take so long for people to lose interest.
And when they do, all of a sudden a new expansion comes out and the numbers go back up.
And that's why.
And then they drop back, and then they go back up. So
it's funny how MMOs work like that.
But I mean that's the cycle of an MMO. So people still going.
Or they'll finally pull the plug and be like, free.
And the only reason I can see them doing that is because they have another MMO in the works.
Yeah, I can see that as well.
But
when that happens, like, World of Warcraft will never go away if it's free.
If it's free, it'll never disappear.
Yeah, like DC.
Yes. Well, DC, I mean, DC's doing really well with the sales and
surprisingly
stuff.
well.
But I mean, honestly, World of Warcraft, you already pay monthly, and they released the Celestial Steed last year.
Mm-hmm.
It is a horse made out of constellations.
Cool, shiny.
$25.
That's all.
You can't get it in the game.
Where do you get it?
Through microtransactions.
Wow.
$25.
That's questionable.
Only way to get it. And people got it. Like, I didn't know they had released this horse, so I logged in the one day, and all of a sudden there's all these, like, weird, like, ghost horses running around me with wings. Like, they have wings, too. They can fly. And I'm like, well, they're kind of cool. Where are people getting those? That must be one of, like, the raid bosses stuff's dropping off, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
no.
then I went online to find it, and it's like, no, $25 at the Blizzard store. And I'm like, seriously? You people spent $25 on a glittering horse? Star ponies, yay!
Are they vampires too?
No.
Oh.
And I have bought some microtransaction mini pet things,
Mm-hmm.
but the money went to Child's Play.
Charity.
Charity gets me to spend money. Not microtransactions usually. That's why I like DC Online.
Mm-hmm.
There's the microtransactions. They're not necessary.
Yeah, they make the game easier.
And yes, your expansions are really nice. Just in the fact that you can be like, yeah, $10 for an expansion. Totally awesome. Love it. So either way.
Choose this. What do you got?
Speaking about massive multiplayer RPG type games, Tony. We talked about this a couple weeks ago.
Yes,
because Graham was here.
Yes, he was. He was excited for it too.
Oh yeah, we were doing the bottom of the barrel when he was here talking about this. And we've talked about it.
Yep.
But South Park is getting an RPG made.
By who are the developers?
Obsidian.
Important. One of the good. Well.
Except for that one game.
Except for the 2 games. You know what games it is. Everything else they've made is absolutely amazing. Anyways.
So yes, they're developing the South Park RPG, and they've announced one of the classes, Tony.
Oh yes, what is this class?
It is the Jew.
I want to be a Jew.
I am not a South Park person. Like, I don't watch the show, and I never have, and I get the comedy, I understand it, and I've seen clips, and I have giggled. But honestly, like...
It's so bad.
It's so bad, but for them...
They can get away with it.
At least they're not toning themselves down.
And next thing you know, the next class is black.
Yeah, yeah. That's gonna be its own class.
Black.
Yeah. So, either way...
And Canadian.
Let the controversy start.
I want to be a Canadian.
Oh, you know that's gonna be a class. They've made fun of us enough. So yeah, and I mean honestly, for them, this is gonna be huge for them.
Oh, it's huge for everyone, just because it's such a huge IP. And
it's a huge IP.
No one's been.
And also, as a game, with all the game controversies that come out, this is gonna be huge publicity for them.
Yeah, because is it an MMO or is it an RPG?
It's just an RPG.
Okay, so they can't put perpetual information in there. Like they can't just keep updating it like an MMO.
No, but who knows what'll come of this?
The
The Jew class in an MMO or in a multiplayer or not a multiplayer in an RPG. Sorry, I'm getting all
role playing game.
Yep. So
Cool beans.
So yeah, that's
funny.
That's kudos to them for
How did you pull that off?
going with that. I mean, people get offended that there's like a war game that takes place in Afghanistan. You guys,
Or when you blow up the American monuments.
yeah, you guys are taking this to a whole new level.
Jew.
Yeah.
You're gonna have so many Jews.
You're gonna have so many people pissed off at you.
That's okay. That's South Park.
That's how South Park
They
operates.
They aim to please. Well,
So-
speaking of crazy fun news,
Yes,
there's a new Lego game in the works, and it is coming out in the summer 2012.
I like me some Lego games, Tony.
Yeah, I love this one. Like I love Lego games too. I'm gonna love it even more. It's Lego Lord of the Rings, and it just got announced, and it will be awesome.
Have they said if it's going to be all of the movies in one package, or is it just supposed to be
Da-da-da-da-da.
trilogy?
Yeah, all of them, and the toys will be released coinciding the game release as well, which is probably the silver lining to this.
That's what Tony and I were talking about before we
So,
started.
Super
filming.
excited for this.
Was
It seems like a great idea. Honestly,
Totally.
This is like one of the last ones, big franchises that needs to be Legoized.
yeah that they
I
own.
think.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, I don't know what else Warner Brothers owns, so that they can do.
I don't know. And honestly,
Or
like
just a full-on DC Lego game. But anyways, Lego Lord of the Rings coming out 2012.
yeah.
Exciting news.
I can't. Like I said to Tony, I can't wait for the actual Lego products.
I'm excited for all of it.
Yeah, that's all. Like the whole pack, it's gonna be wicked. So.
Yeah, and this is great because the Hobbit movie's coming out soon.
Yep.
So they're gonna time it and release of that.
And, as I found out yesterday, The Hobbit, in the next few weeks, will be celebrating its 75th anniversary.
Jeez, it's like
2012 is the 75th anniversary of The Hobbit.
2012 is just the year of Lord of the Rings and Hobbit, isn't it?
Yeah, so
They've got the movie. They've
But I mean,
got the game.
75th anniversary is a huge deal because I'm sitting there looking at this book going,
I'm not even 75 years old.
I'm sitting there going that like, The Hobbit is one of my most one of my favorite novels, and honestly,
genuinely
it still
great idea.
holds up.
And
Like 75 years is a long time.
There's not many other books that have lasted that long.
Because there's literature that you read.
I'm thinking like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit are they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
And then the Bible.
And the Bible. Because we read a lot of literature. And there's stuff that really does not stand up. And there's stuff that I have read that's, 10 years old that doesn't stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just no one writes like, C.S. Lewis used to and Tolkien and those guys. So, yeah, 2012 is a huge year for Tolkien fans.
products.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's going to be conventions at the wazoo.
Everyone's gonna be Lord of the Ringized.
Yep.
And Hobbitized.
Hobbits.
And
Lots of hobbits.
everyone's gonna be walking on feet. Paul's gonna be excited.
Yeah. He'll have so many new LARPing people.
Oh, good thing I'm taking a break from LARP right now.
You get to be the little Asian hobbit.
I know. What you got?
I'm out of news, really,
Okay,
but I did want to
Thing.
hawk this again
a thing.
because I think it's cool.
It looks awesome.
It's the Superboy from Hyperkin. They're the guys that make the Game Genie now. It is a portable Super Nintendo for $80, and it actually plays your old cartridges.
So if those batteries have not died in your cartridges,
Yeah.
you can play your game.
Or if you just don't mind, like, never stopping and just keep playing.
You can't play Chrono Trigger.
No, you cannot.
Just keep playing Chrono
Just
Trigger.
keep playing Chrono Trigger.
I'm okay with, Giant Bomb guys, you guys know how that's like.
And not only is it portable, but it also plugs into a TV with
that's,
AV cables, and you can plug your old controllers into the front.
Sounds so weird. When is this out?
Honestly, I don't. It's still for pre-order.
Is it on your wish list?
No, it's not. But 80 out, headphone jacks, adjustable volume.
How much are they saying? $20? $30?
It's $80.
$80?
It's 80. So it's not cheap. It's 3.5 LCD screen, 3.5 inch LCD screen. And the design looks like a Super Nintendo controller, so it looks and feels like.
I would almost
the controller.
scroll up a little bit. I would almost even say that they drew inspiration from the Game Boy Advance or the PSP.
Oh, totally. There's a lot of Game Boy Advance type thing in here, and the only problem, and I'm not sure how far the thing actually goes down, but
I mean, I think it was
the
down.
game cartridge goes down into the thing, because I think that's just a...
You know what? You're playing a Super NES game.
I know.
That's not my concern.
So,
And it looks like there's some sort of locking mechanism that'll lock it in.
Yeah, that pops it out. So, 2.5 hour battery life, so it sucks batteries, but remember, you're playing an old...
The 3DS runs at 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
The PlayStation Vita runs at around 3.75.
And for me, this is a, golden era of gaming kind of thing. I love the Super Nintendo, so...
Anytime you can get it portable, like those portable GameCubes and portable N64s.
I've seen it, yeah, those retrofitted ones are wicked, so... No, this is really cool, and it's $80, so...
Well, the best part about this one is it's commercially available.
Yeah, it's commercially available. You don't have to watch videos and hope that you know how to solder things.
Or like, screwed up your GameCube, guys.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. So, no, it's cool, and so if you're a big, like, old-time gamer kind of guy, or person or lady, or...
Does this play PAL in Japanese games? Or it's just NA?
I don't know.
Because I know a lot of my friends have, for some reason, they have a Japanese one. So, nothing, hey.
It doesn't say if it plays...
Click back to the cartridge screen where it's like the cartridge and that. Oh, maybe it's Japanese games.
Maybe. So, you never know. I can't imagine it being region locked. Or
it'd be region locked because it's hardware locked. Because that's how the old Nintendo games were region locked.
But you never know. You never know. Maybe they've magicked.
I know. That's how you remember how to play Japanese N64 games?
Yeah.
That's probably what they did.
Probably. So. It's a really cool little interesting product. So if you don't know what to get the gamer in your life this Christmas, that's kind of something you could think about.
Yeah.
Pre-ordering for them, because...
You're like, this is coming to a doorstep whenever it's done.
Yeah, and it's something that not everybody's gonna have.
It's true. You walk into school or you go to work with this SNES.
Dude, I got a 3DS for Christmas, dude. Super Nintendo for Christmas. Honestly, if someone did that, I'd be like, you know what, I submit, you win.
Holy shit, do you have Chrono Trigger? Only all the time. You have Final Fantasy
Although
6?
everybody has Chrono Trigger now, so.
Do you have Final Fantasy 3/6?
6?
3.
Yeah.
Whoa. It's 6, now shut the hell up.
So, yeah, coolness for me, I like it. Mm-hmm. I think it's cool. So, it's not really news.
It looks cool, I'm excited for that too.
But like I said, I was lacking in finding news this week, so.
That's fair, that's understandable.
Anywho.
Filmy take news, other than like a buttload of movie trailers this week.
Which we're excited for some of them.
Well, I'm excited for all of them, but you're not excited for some of them. Expendables 2. No,
I'm excited for that.
Which one was the G.I. Joe Revengeance? G.I. It's so viral.
Not that I'm not excited about the new G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe Retribution.
Yes, not that I'm not excited about it, but I wasn't. Not that I didn't like. I was neutral to the first film. So.
My stance towards the G.I. Joe, the first film, was the fact that they had to get all the stuff out of the way first.
Right.
That's how I saw it. Whether it was bad or not, I really wasn't going to care. I didn't have any expectations while watching it. But seeing that scene in Retribution with the White House being turned into the Cobra thing, I was like, childhood.
Yeah.
So there's that trailer. There was which one did we stop?
The Expendables 2.
The Expendables 2. There's a trailer.
So
Men in Black 3.
Yeah.
It's got a trailer. Super awesome. And it's got everybody in it. Yep. You would expect. And
plus time travel.
And 3D. Ugh.
Yeah, I ignore that.
Another big trailer is going to be out in the next couple weeks. Is if you go to watch the Tintin film, I think it's on the 25th or the 21st or whatever it is, you get to watch the trailer for The Hobbit. That's it? The Hobbit trailer is going to be attached to the Tintin film. Movie. And so if you did not have enough of an excuse to go watch Tintin, extra excuse.
Yep.
So I'm excited for that because they've been working on real hard on the Hobbit movie.
Oh, I know. So,
Peter,
honestly, you put Peter Jackson.
The one guy that's qualified to do it.
I was excited when Guillermo del Toro was directing and Peter Jackson was producing, just because I knew the creatures would be that much more intricate and cool. Yeah. And honestly, there's a dragon involved in this story, and Guillermo del Toro
likes dragons, I bet.
Making a dragon delights my senses to no end.
I've seen Pan's Labyrinth, and
Yeah.
Golden Army. So
And there's a necromancer involved in the movie. So
so
again,
crazy.
Again, I'm just kind of like,
this Hobbit movie is gonna be one of the most anticipated movies of this lifetime.
oh yeah. So I was so stoked, and then Guillermo del Toro left the project because it was delayed, and
but they're gonna use
they are using what he has brought to the table though, and he's fine with that. But he had to leave so he could start working on the Haunted Mansion movie for Disney.
That'll be neat too.
He's making it an actual horror movie.
Exciting.
So, not a Eddie Murphy. Let's gather the family around and watch the Haunted Mansion movie. That ride scared me as a child. I was delighted and scared all of this.
I saw a recreation of that the ride in Half-Life 2.
Oh yeah. It's honestly, when you're young, even when you're older, it's still a fairly not frightening ride, but there's parts that make you jump, and there's parts where you can sit there going, man, if they're making a movie, they could totally expand on this, and it could be really creepy.
What are they going to do with the Eddie Murphy one then?
They're going to ignore it and pretend it never happened, like so many other movies that are doing that these days.
Good.
Like the Ghost Rider movie and the Wolverine movie.
I need to watch the Ghost Rider movie, I think.
The first one?
Yes.
Okay. I own it.
Okay.
I liked it.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. People complained about it. My friend and I enjoyed it, and we went,
well,
you know what? Because they didn't have a lot of money to spend, because a lot of the money was spent on making his head go whoosh.
Surprise! It's gonna be and the bicycle
and the bike, and so they spent a lot of money on all of that, and so they're like, we didn't have really a lot of money to spend for the rest of the movie.
Yep. And
so my friend and I were like, well, now that the animation for the head is done and the bike, the sequel should be wicked.
It looks cool.
Except it's not a sequel.
It's not?
No.
What is it?
It is, they're ignoring the first movie, still using Nicolas Cage, but completely kind of revamping the story.
Why?
It's like a reboot sequel thing.
Why?
Because people didn't like the first one.
Well, I can understand why people might have not liked it, because it wasn't critically,
yes,
received.
Except this one now, they've been doing Q&As on Facebook that I've been watching, and they're like, well, where did you draw inspiration from? Like, what comics did you draw inspiration from for the characters in this movie?
Ghost Rider?
And, well, but there's different Ghost Rider stories.
Oh, is there?
In the Marvel Universe, yeah. So, because it's kind of a timey type thing, like you can go into the future with Ghost Rider, you can go to the past.
Oh, there's multiple Ghost Riders,
yeah.
Isn't there?
So,
okay.
And so they're like, which ones? And then it's like, well, the bad guys, a little bit of column A from this story, and a little bit of column B from this story. And I'm like, that's reasonable. You can do that for a movie.
Yeah.
Because the comic story arcs aren't always that long, so I don't mind. And a little bit of just what we thought was cool. No.
I don't know. They're doing the vengeance stuff, right, though? So.
With their own twist. Which always irks me. That's like Wolverine. They're like, we're going to take Deadpool and make him
uncool.
And make him cool by our standards.
He shoots lasers out of his head.
Because that totally always happens.
He has blades coming out of his arms.
You would never be able to bend your arm. So.
And then the Deadpool movie's coming out.
But Ryan Reynolds is fixing that one, so.
Yay! That's gonna be so weird. He's gonna look at the screen and be like, okay, who's actually watching this right now?
Yes, I know, because he'll apologize for the last one. I can actually see that happening.
I'm so sorry. Last time this happened, real sorry.
He'll shoot lasers out of his eyes, like first thing out of the bat, and then look at the screen and be like, just kidding, and then the movie will start. But
that's a lot of potential.
So yeah, their remake, it's a remake. The Ghost Rider movie's
That's so weird.
It's a remake / reboot / sequel / they're not exactly sure what to call it.
That's so crazy.
Because the bike is now changed, and Johnny Storm's kind of story is changed.
Well, the bike,
not Johnny Storm, Johnny Blaze.
I can see the bike changing just because, progression wise, but
yeah.
And honestly, that's the only reason why he's in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Because they initially didn't want to have him in there.
I love Ghost Rider. He's a really cool character.
Oh, he was one of my favorite Marvel characters as a kid, though. So.
Yeah, he's a really cool character. It's just once again, the movies.
As a kid, whenever you see a skull on fire.
Yeah.
It's kind of badass.
Yeah, you're kind of. That guy is so wicked.
And he's got a chain.
And honestly, in the movie, there's parts that make me giggle and go, okay, there's hope, and then you read some of the interviews and you go, oh no, because the trailer honestly, like, it shows Nicolas Cage on the back of like a truck or something talking to a kid.
Yeah.
And the kid goes, what happens when you have to pee?
I saw that.
And then it shows Nicolas Cage grabbing at his crotch, and he's facing away, and there's a flamethrower coming out of his crotch area, and that's what happens when Ghost Rider pees.
Now I wonder what. I think when they say we drew inspiration from what we wanted to do, I think what they wanted to say was we drew inspiration from Postal.
Yeah.
Because that's what that game is.
Yeah.
You run around peeing on everyone.
But do you pee fire?
No, but
that's what I thought. So.
It's just Postal's not a good game to draw inspiration from. I want to watch that now.
But yeah, there's been a lot of trailers this week.
There's a lot of trailers.
And Men in Black 2 we're excited about.
Oh, Men in Black, I'm so excited. Because it's my childhood. Yeah, I'm excited.
And,
do you think there'll be a game following that? Because the Men in Black games are always terrible.
Maybe.
Hopefully. Noisy cricket. It's the noisy cricket. Don't point that at me.
Do you have any other movie news?
No, everything was pretty tame.
There's some other VGA stuff that we didn't.
Yeah.
Trailer-wise.
Fortnite got announced.
Which I think is going to be kind of cool.
Don't know what it's. It is a tower defense or some wave-based game.
Yeah.
But we don't know what.
They've kind of been talking about it, and Cliffy B and producers.
From Epic Games, by the way. It's
yes.
By Epic Games.
They drew inspiration from Minecraft.
Ooh.
Which is...
That's not entirely a bad thing.
Which is promising to me.
It's not a bad thing at all.
So, essentially what it looks like, from what I've seen, is you have to scavenge for parts and actually build a base.
Yeah.
So you build a fort.
Right.
So, that game has my interest peaked.
Yes. I'm very glad that it didn't end up being like, here's another one of our Unreal property games.
Yeah. And everybody's like, well, it kind of looks like Team Fortress, and it kind of looks... And I'm like, guys, it's a teaser trailer, chill out. Because
it was those people that were expecting like Unreal Tournament HD plus 5 or whatever.
Yeah. They're just upset because they're not getting another game with a chainsaw gun. So.
What else was announced or talked about?
The Naughty Dog game.
Naughty Dog game, The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Super.
Depending on what they focus on.
Super weird. I don't know what to think about that game. I'm cautiously optimistic, but more optimistic than cautious.
Seeing on the other way around just because there's zombies involved again.
But that's okay, because Dead Island kind of reinvigorated the zombies.
I'm not a zombie person.
Okay.
Just
I'm super excited for what it is, so.
And it's Naughty Dog, which is why I'm reserving judgment before anything, because if anybody's going to do a really cool game, it will be them. Like, if anybody will pique my interest back to zombies and that kind of stuff, it will be Naughty Dog, so. What else was there?
Tony Hawk HD.
That wasn't at the VG. They just kind of said, like, now Tony Hawk's here, and he's got a game coming out this year, but we're not going to talk about it, bye.
There was a lot of other games. Trailers for something.
You can tell we were that impressed.
I didn't watch it.
You watched some of the trailers, though.
Trailers. I guess I just go to GameTrailers.com.
Yeah, they showed the opening scene to Diablo 3, the opening cutscene, which whoop-de-doo, big whoop. It's pretty. We all knew it was going to be, but it tells us nothing about the game, which we already know a ton about. Miyamoto won, or Nintendo won Zelda.
Zelda won, not Nintendo.
Yes, Zelda won for Hall of Fame game of the first ever.
To be quite honest, though, like, is it important for them to win it in a Western audience? I think it's more important for them to win it in like a Japanese audience.
I don't know. To me,
it didn't come out of nowhere. It's just like,
to me, Hall of Fame stuff.
Like, there's not
does nothing for me.
There's not enough games.
No.
To do that with, like, you can do it with movies, you can do it with books, but
the best thing that came out of that was there's a picture of Miyamoto with Deadmau 5 or whatever it is, Deadmau 5.
Yeah.
Deadmau 5. There's a picture of Miyamoto next to him, and it makes me giggle.
Oh, did you watch a video of him rocking out to the Black Keys?
Yeah.
Or the White Stripes or something?
Black Keys.
Black Keys, was it? Yeah.
And then
trailers for the new Star Wars Transformers game.
Right.
Shows off the Dinobots, which we knew about,
Yeah.
which looks super cool because Dinobots are always cool. Spider-Man and
Spider-Man.
Yeah, looks cool too.
There's
Transformers is cool.
Transformers, I like I said, I like the last one.
I liked it too.
There needs to be some improvements made, but
like Michael Bay needs to learn how to make a Transformers something.
If he took inspiration from those games as opposed to
it would be infinitely
what
better.
he does, yes, it would be infinite. I would see every Transformers movie ever out, but and we almost forgot about the one that we were really excited about in the first place, Alan Wake.
Alan Wake, American Nightmare.
American Nightmare.
Which
it looks like he goes all over the U.S. tracking down this darkness as it travels.
But as like a side note here, Alan Wake on the PC. The one game I have my Xbox for.
And now it's on the PC. Well, now you can sell your Xbox.
No one's gonna want to buy my POS Xbox that won't open half the time.
We can give it away.
No one's gonna want it.
What if it's signed by you?
Okay, I might want it.
You're kind of an internet celebrity now, right?
I'm a famous Concordian.
Yep.
Yeah, so American Nightmare is downloadable. Have they said strictly Xbox right now?
As far as I know, yes. Or with the PC release,
it's possible.
I imagine that they would be working on being able to put it on the PC. So I'm kind of excited because honestly, this could mean like cheap DLC that comes out.
Well, we don't even know what kind of game it is, other than the fact that it's going to be more of the same, but something else.
Right, so I'm kind of wondering if they're going to do like little episodes, like you can download Minnesota this week, and then next month you get to download like...
I've been harking for a game like that forever.
Yeah, so like every month you get like a new Alan Wake game for $10. Or you'd be into that.
Or like $5, or like a subscription.
Yeah, or a subscription or something like that.
Or a season's pass or something like that.
And see, that's something I would actually use a season pass for.
Because I know it was really successful with the Telltale games.
Yeah.
With the Sam & Max, Jurassic Park, and Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
It was super successful for those.
Yep.
So...
And honestly, with Alan Wake...
And it lends itself so well, because like, this week is Chapter 1, next week is Chapter 2, or next month it's Chapter 2.
And even if they don't go by chapter and they just go by city,
it just lends itself so well.
Yeah, you could totally do that. Especially the way they're kind of touting it. It looks like it's going to be like a television type... Think Supernatural, but with Alan Wake, as he goes and fights off monsters and stuff,
and beasties
in city by city across the United States. Like every month you get a new episode of Alan Wake.
Who knows? It's excited.
Yeah.
Because Alan Wake is probably one of the best new IPs I've seen in a long time.
I love Alan Wake. Très bon.
Alright, site news?
Site news?
What do we got going this week? Sunday?
Sunday. What did you do Sunday?
I had a lesson on Sunday.
Oh yes, get off my lawn.
I had a lesson on Sunday.
The importance of Portal 2.
Portal 2, have you seen the video?
I did watch the video.
It's very informative.
I always watch the video, Tony.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But it's I thought this week was very, if you had a notepad out, it would have been a good time to take notes.
Start taking notes.
Because the guy had a lot of important information that I thoroughly agree with. So, about how important Portal 2 is to the game industry as a whole.
And it's funny because a lot of people are touting Skyrim right now.
They're only touting Skyrim because of the caliber and the whole... it's the guys that made Morrowind.
I know, and I sit there like they're all like, this has changed the game. No,
it's just another game, guys.
Yeah.
Portal 2 is way more intuitive, more important, more just fun.
For me, there's a lot of games that are like that, but that's why I enjoyed it because I've been hearing a lot of that about Skyrim. Like people are like, Skyrim's so great. Skyrim's so for the gaming industry, it's like the best thing since sliced bread, and I'm like, there's so many other games, and finally someone was like, here's a well thought out presentation on why
Portal 2.
On why another game in the industry is wicked, and I went.
And he presented it in such a good manner too.
Yep.
Like it's so methodical and
well thought out and everything.
Yeah, Portal 2. It should get Game of the Year. Honestly,
it should. It's
one of those games.
It should from somewhere.
Yeah.
It won't from me.
It almost did for me. It almost did.
Question of the week.
Question of the week. What was it this week? Cookies?
With Christmas happening, cookies are a thing that tend to happen around Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Not the one that won, I don't think, is usually a Christmas cookie, but we got
You guys are all crazy. Oreo cookies are delicious.
They are delicious, but they're not my favorite cookie.
Christmas Oreo would be fantastic.
So, Christmas Oreo.
Yeah,
Didn't they make those one year? I thought they made
No, I think they made Oreo Reefs.
That's what it was. Okay, anywho, in third place, peanut butter cookies.
Good choice.
Also a good choice. For me, since it is the Christmas season and it is my favorite. Ginger snaps.
Oh, good.
These are not ginger chews.
What's a ginger chew?
Okay.
I've never had a ginger chew. That sounds weird.
We went somewhere once and bought like a box of ginger snap, like a little container of ginger snaps. It says ginger snaps, really big on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you bite into them and they're chewy.
That's not snappy.
They don't snap.
That's not snappy at all.
I like my ginger snaps to snap because I dunk them in milk and I eat them.
Yeah, because then when they're chewy and then milky and
then they're just salt. Yeah, then it's just
gooey.
So when I say ginger snap, I actually mean like snap.
Maybe it makes sense to you.
So, and our top number one winner was chocolate chip.
That doesn't surprise me at all. It doesn't surprise me.
It surprised me just because of the time of the year. I didn't think people would really be thinking chocolate chip.
I think people read the question as cookie.
And they did, and which was appropriate.
But you know what? Oreos are year-round for me.
I think we used to leave Oreos every once in a while for Santa Claus. So.
I think Oreos is safer just because it's like, you got the cover between the icing.
Man, if they just sold the icing.
Reverse Oreo.
Reverse Oreo. Oh, look at that. Peanut butter cookie and ginger snap tied because someone just wrote peanut butter instead of...
Oh. Well, I tried to watch that stuff this week.
So...
I think chocolate chip was only like 2 times, 3 times. Like, there's gotta be a way we could turn off that.
There isn't, unfortunately.
Yeah, because...
Work on that, Facebook. Work on that free program you gave us.
Stop giving us timelines.
Yeah. So oatmeal raisin got in there.
Yep, my friend will vote for that one.
Yeah, and there was a white chocolate macadamia nut for all you fancy people out there.
I don't think of that. When I think that, I think Tim Hortons.
Oh yeah.
That's because that's a Tim Hortons cookie specifically right now.
So
not specifically, but
that's
where they popularized it from.
Yeah. And shortbread's on the list too.
And white chocolate is not a chocolate.
White chocolate makes me sick. I love it, but it makes me sick.
It makes me sick all the time.
Because it's just so sweet.
And it's not cocoa.
And it's not cocoa, but...
What game is it this year? This year?
This week, because I had finals going, and I wasn't really playing much, and I couldn't actually devote a lot of time into a game. I picked up my Super Nintendo, and I plugged in Batman Returns, because I remembered getting it as a gift, and it wasn't a Christmas gift, the more I thought about it. It was a birthday present. But, present nonetheless.
It came with a bow.
It came in wrapping paper with a bow on top, so... It actually, my parents, when they bought me my Super Nintendo for my birthday, also got me Batman Returns for the Super Nintendo.
The one prior to the Arkham Asylum, that was good.
Essentially, this one and the animated Batman game for the Super Nintendo were... This one was my favorite, hands down, as a Super Nintendo Batman game. But, no, it was fun, and it was, at that age, it was challenging, and it's still semi-challenging to this day, so yeah, so that was the game, my retro review.
I enjoyed it. I played this game too, and I loved it.
And it was by Konami.
So weird.
Right?
This is when they were making arcade games, right? So.
Yeah. So
Turtles in Time.
Another great game. So... And I found some good Christmas ones, and then I'm like, it's not quite Christmas week yet for my Hump Day humor, and then I found that one that had a little bit of Calvin and Hobbes plus a little bit of demotivational poster funniness added to it. So
yes, it is. Everyone should read Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah, Calvin and Hobbes would flip him, or Dr. Phil would flip if he saw that.
Exactly.
And you reviewed
Kung Fu Hustle.
Yeah.
Or as it's called in China, Kung Fu.
Okay.
There's no hustle.
There's no hustle after it?
I don't think so.
It's just called Kung Fu.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's a good movie. It's, if you like your subtitles.
Okay.
It's all subtitles. It's not the, maybe it is. I don't, because I watched it I had the DVD version because that's how I watched it. I don't know how it is on Netflix. I think it's got English on it.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter. The English is decent.
Does.
And you know what, it lends itself to the movie a little bit better just because it's so like far out comedic.
Okay.
That it's all right if the voices sound really bad.
So it's like watching the old Jackie Chan movies.
It's like watching those old Ultraman TV shows.
Yeah.
Commander, you're getting so angry. Your pimples are exploding. Did I just hear that? So that's the kind of movie this is, and what language you watch it in, just go watch it. It's good. Cool. I recommend it. And as a side note, if you really enjoyed it, see if you can find Kung Fu Soccer, because that's the one that came before this.
Okay.
It's not a sequel or whatever. It's not a prequel, but it's the
They're
same.
just in the same.
It's the same. It's the same sort of ideology.
Brand name?
It's sort of brand name, yeah, where they're trying to be. These Shaolin monks are like, oh man, our master has died or whatever. We need to spread the word of Shaolin Shaolin. So like, what's something that everyone really loves nowadays? Everyone loves soccer. So we're gonna do martial arts soccer, and so they go through the entire soccer thing, like not touching the ball with their hands because they're kicking the ball or using their chest or their head. It's funny. I enjoy that one too, but it's on Netflix, unfortunately.
So they're comedy type movies.
Yeah, that's something that Stephen Chow does so well.
Okay, cool.
He's huge in Hong Kong.
Because I've always kind of wondered, you look at them and it's like Kung Fu Hustle.
No, they're completely comedy movies.
Well, that's good then.
They're very comedic. And so yeah.
And other than that, our faces changed.
Yes, I like being a cartoon sometimes. I imagine what it's like being a cartoon.
You could have an anvil fall on your head and survive.
I could run real fast. I could go zip, boom, pow.
Bang! Now we're gonna get sued by the Batman people.
They can't copyright onomatopoeia.
What happens if you copyright the copyright symbol? But otherwise, I think that's it.
We're Christmasing up this next couple weeks, so
yeah.
we got Christmas content.
So stay tuned because not only Christmas content, but game of the year, not just game of the year, but of the year stuff.
Year of the stuff
from Barrel Roll. I've got the lists. They're in.
Yes.
I don't know when I'm going to post them. Probably when we finally find time to film a special broadcast.
Where we rip each other's heads off?
Yes, where we go to war, but not really because I don't want to break my nice room.
Well, we can do it outside.
Deathmatch, go!
Snowball fight.
Wait, does that mean if, like, we choose a game and Graham doesn't, it's 2 against 1 and we have to fight?
Well, it's his fault.
It's his fault for not conforming.
And then he can totally do the same thing for PC gaming, because, you know...
There was one game and he didn't have an answer.
What?
He just couldn't. Like, he
Okay, I bet you it was like a PlayStation game or something like that.
I'm not sure. I forgot which one it was. And so, the thing that I put on, like, I made a nice little picture for us.
Mm-hmm. And
so on it, I'm like, Graham picked none. By default, he then picks the game that Tony and I picked. Oh, for the Wii. That's what he...
Oh, well, that doesn't surprise me.
He
doesn't own one.
He does.
Does he really? He does own one. He said
it sits in his corner and doesn't do anything, so he kind of made fun of the Wii, and I'm like, okay, guess what then? Guess what you're voting for? So.
Barbie Horse Adventures. No, your vote has now been forfeit to us.
Yep, that's essentially what I did. I'm gonna do that now.
Party game.
Find them. The new Fortune Street game.
Oh no, that's not good enough. There's actually people who enjoy those games.
I know. But yeah, so we're gonna be doing a special newscast. Not even a newscast. It's just gonna be a special presentation of the year cast from Barrel Roll. So a BRNN cast.
Casting of
cast. So that'll be exciting, and we're filming that when the 3 of us are all available at the same time, which never ends up ever working. But it will make it work now because we don't have school.
What's this feeling?
I don't know. It's kind of like freedom.
I can't stop this feeling.
Okay, that was good. That was like 10% of the song, right? 3 seconds. That's all you're allowed.
No.
No.
Not inside of me. That counts, right?
Yeah, totally.
Good.
But anywho, that's it for me.
Yeah, I'm tapped this week.
So
I'm tapped.
Have a good morning.
Night, evening. whenever.
Moon Day.
Moon Day. Moo. Wow, cows on the moon are gonna be weird.
There's no cows in space.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Everything's better with yes.
See you soon. All yesterday. And it's just like, oh. There. Now we're recording. Okay.
Proud?
Prude? Program.
Programming?
Krugergeberking.
Phenomena.
Do-do-do-do.
Phenomena.
Do-do-do-do.
Phenomena.
Wow, we're totally getting sued now.
Well, we won't.
Yes, last time was 12. Okay.
I was loading up our iTunes page.
Also a good choice. Men were everywhere, Tony.
Oh, but we're not on the top.
No.
So we're gonna have to fix that. We're gonna fix that.
There's some of our little things that go up to like popular, eh? It's pretty intense.
It's pretty intense.
I just look up barrel roll news and it pops up.
Yeah.
You were trying to be all fancy. I know.
One of these days. Who has a podcast like that?
Kruger Barrel, Creighton Barrel, Cracker Barrel.
What? That's an app. It's free. I kind of want to see it, what it is.
Told you it was Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, but why would you put stars in it?
I don't know. Maybe they don't like the word racker or rack.
Apple's sued for last, I guess. I don't really know.
I don't know.
Oh, silly Apple.
Apple.
Although, you know what though? I'm tempted to get GTA 3.
I found news.
Yay! What the What the shit? And it gets M rating. No. M rating is too low for that.
Okay.
Are they trying to offend as many people as they can?
Apparently. I can't find news. Wait, I found news.
No, that's news. That's all it is. That's all you need. Holy shit.
All you need is love.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's a cool campaign.
Although it's kind of weird.
It's, yeah, I don't, like, this makes zero sense to me. Like, at least she's only wearing, like, you know.
Shouldn't she be, like, invincible?
Yeah, like, she's trying to, like, fondle herself with metal on top of her boob.
And she's invincible. That's the bigger part. Like, his,
yeah. Like
and I think she's doing it wrong.
Woo! I don't know.
She's enjoying it far too much. That's what she is.
It's a weird camp. One guy in the comments, actually, he's like, you know what would make this better? The lack of shirts.
Yep. Yeah, but then you won't be able to tell that it's Princess Diana or...
I know.
She-Hulk, though. You'd know, but...
You never know. Maybe it's just a really weird looking... I don't know.
Or it's just her tiara.
Maybe. Okay, I'm good now. I have found interesting and outworldly news now.
Really?
You thought Jedi was a cool class.
Man.
Okay, so shall we start off this wondrous occasion? The dog is in?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, mine's silented.
Mine is going to be silented. There, I'm silented. Okay.